called you right now and I said, hey John, hey Jane, I can absolutely 100% remove your negative items, increase your credit score, and help you get into that $500,000 mortgage, it's only gonna take 45 days, you would hang up on me, right? Like, let's just get real and talk about the facts here. You would hang up. You can't even tell me that you would still be on that call. Why? Because you know for a fact that that doesn't exist. And you can't even give me one solid reason why, if it did exist, I would not offer it to you, because people would pay for it all day in America, and there's 68 million people that need that same solution. You hear me talk about this all the time. However, I'm still getting people who see maybe just one of my videos, they like what I hear and what they hear in my one of 1,200 videos, and they get on a call with me and even try to tell me that I said something that I know for a fact that I didn't say. Such as, you can remove all your negative items in 30 days and go out and get a mortgage. No, to the contrary, I tell you that you cannot remove all your negative items in that time frame, get the score that you want, and then go out and get your mortgage. No, you gotta do all that stuff before you ever go out and get your pre-approval. You see, I had a phone call with someone today, and it absolutely blew my mind. And again, I knew I had to make a video about this, because if there's one, there's many when it comes to this. I know what else is out there. The only thing that's out there besides me and maybe a handful of other people doing this the right way is, companies that are not even going to give you the copies of the disputes, companies that don't do all your negative items, companies that don't do custom factual disputes, companies that send out the same dispute letters for everybody at the touch of a button, just because you're nothing but a number on a spreadsheet that says when you're going to pay, right? When I give all the copies of the disputes, I dispute all your negative items, it's 100% custom, all 3 bureaus, and you're not left wondering what is going on with my personal information. But hey, that's okay, because I can take the time to make a video like this to maybe reach a couple people who were going down the wrong way with this and thinking, having the wrong mindset, and maybe help them change that so that they can actually obtain financial freedom by doing this the right way. What is the right way? The right way is not waiting until after you got your pre-approval for a mortgage to then go and see if you can remove your negative items in a 45-day period. And that's also while having notice of dispute on your credit, when you can't even have that on there when you go to do that final credit pull before you close, right? They actually pull your credit about 1 to 2 days before you close to make sure that your credit is still the same way it was before. And at that time, you cannot have a notice of dispute on your file. And what's furthermore, this is the craziest part of this conversation. They said that I cannot remove negative items in 45 days, such as theirs, bankruptcy, collections, late payments, student loans, charge-offs, all that, just because I'm busy. How about the fact that I choose every single person for my program? You don't choose me, I choose you, right? So, because you can't just go to my website and sign up. No, you actually have to get on a call with me, and I have to determine whether I can actually assist you, and then I may or may not offer services. So every single person that I choose for my program is chosen because I know for a fact that I can help them. I've only been doing this for 12 years, and yet those 12 years absolutely disappeared on this call when this person said, you're just too busy to be able to remove these in 45 days. I'm a nurse. I love a challenge. So you can't tell me that I can't remove these in 45 days. Hey, okay, not a problem. Good luck with that. But when it doesn't work, you can come back to my 1,200 videos that actually slow it down and show you the right way to do this. And I promise you that you will be able to remove them if you just implement what I show you, right? So that is exactly what I experienced today. And again, I'm doing this because I know that there's many, many other people out there who have that same mindset, that you can just wait to the last minute after screwing up your credit for years to be able to go out and get something like a $500,000 mortgage. No, you can't. No, you can't. You're also not going to do it faster than me. No. It doesn't work like that. I don't go to your job and tell you whatever it is that you do, whether you pack meat for a living, whether you were, accounts payable, receivable, whether you are an astronaut. I don't go to your job and tell you that, hey, I just walked in, I can do this better than you. Because I did something like this maybe 7 years ago prior to COVID, and it worked. 7 years ago, like prior to COVID, you mean when things were easier? We're talking about inflation, COVID, things happening that are just making it virtually impossible for people like me and you to get the things that we need. And it's not getting easier, it's getting more difficult. And what's even crazier is that you're buying into the unicorns and rainbows that all these other people are selling to you, and then you're finding out months and sometimes even years later that it didn't exist to begin with and that you should have just listened to me. You see, I don't benefit anything by telling you what you don't want to hear. And in fact, the only person that it benefits is you. If you don't do this the right way, your negative items are not going to come off, and all you're going to do is end up boxing yourself in, and you're going to be about 7 steps behind instead of any further into, getting closer to where you want to go, just because you bought into the unicorns and rainbows. If they existed, I would give it to you. You can't even give me one reason why I wouldn't. I am a business, and obviously the point of business is to make money. So if that were just my prerogative, then I would tell you what you want to hear. And I would also find a way to make it work for me and not for you, but that's not what I do, right? This entire program was made to benefit you, the consumer, and everything that I do in my videos, all the information that I put out is out there to benefit you. So you can't just pick and choose the things that you want to hear and get rid of the things that you don't, because that's going to hurt you. Okay, so what am I saying? What I'm saying is you can go out and get a mortgage, but you can't wait till the last minute to fix the things that are on there that are going to prevent you from getting that mortgage, right? You don't want to go and spend $1 million in extra money just because you figure you're going to refinance later. The bureaus don't care that you need to put a roof over your head. You should have done this before. The bureaus don't care that you're going to have to send dispute after dispute after dispute and that they're not going to respond to you. You probably should have figured out how to fight that and how to combat that. This person literally said, well, I'm going to send out a dispute, and if the bureaus don't respond, then I'm going to get them on that violation. I said, great. Do you know how to do that? And they said, no, but I'm going to figure it out. That's great too, but it doesn't work like that. They're not going to respond to you. They're not going to put that notice of dispute. And you didn't even know what that notice of dispute was on your file. You thought that was because you called your bank and you charged back. Well, that's a red flag right there. I wasn't going to offer my services, right? As a business, big red flag. Okay, you probably should have kept that one to yourself. Now, having said that, if you knew how to actually fight it when the bureaus don't respond, and if you knew how to fight it when they don't put the notice of dispute, that's something totally completely different, right? But to go into this thinking that you can just take the past 5 to 7 years of you screwing everything up and you're going to fix it all in 45 days, that is the furthest thing from reality. And we're talking about someone with a bachelor's degree, right? So don't give away all of the just astuteness that you're required to have as a consumer just because you want to get somewhere, okay? That's all I am saying here, all right? So what I would recommend is don't go and pick and choose the things that you want to say, or pick and choose the things that you want to hear. You need to go and listen to everything that someone has to say, okay? I don't have one video, I have 1,200. I didn't just put this video out today. I started way back 9 years ago. And I'm using the same system today that I did 9 years ago, except for the fact that I'm getting better results now. And I'm putting even more into my clients, all right? So if you want to learn how to do this yourself, you already know 1,200 videos. I've got apps, I've got downloads, I got a bunch of stuff that'll teach you exactly what you need to know. However, if you want to actually put more into this and get faster results, because obviously you're not going to do it faster than me. You're not going to just jump into this like this person said and do it faster than me, okay? It doesn't work like that. Then head over to my740.com. And no, I am not belittling anyone. I am not talking crap about anyone. I'm talking about what's real, and the reality of this is that most consumers do not remove the negative items on their credit report. Yeah, okay, maybe you can remove like collections and stuff, but you're not going to remove the majority of the negative items that you have on your credit report because you're not approaching this the right way. And the number one reason that people fail to remove the things is because they don't take the time to change their mindset about this, that it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to happen, just not in the time frame that you are expecting it to, okay? So that is it for tonight. I hope you have a great one. Smash that like, subscribe if you haven't done so, and hey, if you didn't like this video, then give me a thumbs down. Hey, doesn't matter to me. I'm not the one that benefits or does not benefit from this, all right? The only person who's going to move forward with their financial future is going to be you when you learn to do this the right way. And I am here to help you along the way, but sometimes you need a little bit of a kick in the tuchus instead of the motivation, the kind of motivation, all right? So that's it. I hope you have a great one, and I will see you tomorrow.